Welcome to Stonewatch. Today we're talking about Guy Ritchie's 2019 film, The Gentleman. And if you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button and click on that bell so you can be notified for future videos. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, in preparation for Guy Ritchie's The Gentleman series coming to Netflix in March, I decided to go back and watch his 2019 film for the first time. And I gotta say, this movie was awesome. I loved it. I mean, it had a lot of action in it, had a lot of funny moments in it. I mean, we had a runtime of 113 minutes, and this thing does not drag at all. It just keeps going like pretty good pace for almost 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And like I said in my reaction video for the series that's coming, I have like pretty much every single thing I've seen Guy Ritchie directed. I've seen every single movie that he's directed, especially like the two movies that they said this thing was kind of in the same vein in. But however, maybe I need to go check those movies out because I like this movie. So I'm pretty sure I might like those movies as well. I mean, this thing was just totally funny. I mean, it's funny as hell. The Gentleman is a 2019 action comedy film written, directed, and produced by Guy Ritchie, who developed the story along with Ivan Atkinson and Marn Davies. The film follows an American cannabis wholesaler in England who is looking to sell his business, setting off a chain of blackmail schemes to undermine him. It was announced in May 2018 that Guy Ritchie would write and direct The Gentleman, a film that would be in the same spirit as his earlier work, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. The project was unveiled at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival by CAA Media Finance and Rocket Science, where Miramax acquired the distribution rights. Principal photography began in November of 2018. Filming locations included West London Film Studios, Longcross Studios, the Princess Victoria Pub in Shepherd's Bush, and Brompton Cemetery. The Gentleman premiered at Curzon Mayfair Cinema on December 3rd of 2019 and was released theatrically in the United Kingdom on January 1st of 2020 by Entertainment Film Distributors and released in the United States on January 24th of 2020 by STX Films. It received generally positive reviews from the critics and fans and was also considered a commercial success, grossing $115 million worldwide against its $22 million budget. A spin-off television series is in development at Netflix and is slated to be released in March of 2024. Starring in this movie, Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Henry Golding, Michelle Dockery, Jeremy Strong, Eddie Marsan, Colin Farrell, and Hugh Grant, just to name a few. Now, currently, The Gentleman is sitting with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 75%, with 278 top critics reporting in. Now, the last top critic to do a review of this movie was August of 2023. Now, she liked it, saying, a clever, compelling, absolutely insane crime drama whose incredibility, appealing visuals match its complex characterization and intriguing plot. And that's a mouthful. And I have to agree with her as far as that goes. I mean, this thing was insane. Like, the pacing was just almost breaknecking, and it was just hilarious. And it was a lot of good fight scenes in this, and some of them were actually pretty damn brutal, you know what I'm saying? Over on the audience side, it's sitting with a score of 84%, with 5,000 plus fans telling you what they think. Now, the last fan to do a review of this movie, other than my video right now, was May of 2022. He gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and he said, hell of a lot of fun. This was the last film I saw before the start of the plague. Now, talk about a delayed reaction. He did a review of a movie that came out 2 years prior to. He probably did a rewatch, and it kind of reminded him, so he decided to leave a review, right? So anyway, for myself personally, the last 2 films that I saw before the pandemic shut everything down was Bad Boys for Life and Disney's Pixar Onward. Both are awesome films. I love both those movies. They're a lot of fun. And it kind of brings back memories, man. Like, that whole thing was just totally messed up. Now, with a budget of $22 million and its total worldwide box office, $115.2 million. And it did debut at number 4 at the box office this opening weekend, and that was as high as it got. I mean, and it even stayed in theaters for 49 weeks, which in normal times that is like completely unheard of, especially when you're not making any money. But at the time, theaters were kind of desperate just to keep whatever they could in their theaters to get people to come in. People weren't really going. I wasn't going into theaters at the time. I mean, like I said, my last 2 movies was Bad Boys and Disney's Onward, and those were the last 2 movies I saw in theaters until like 2021 when Black Widow came out. That was my first movie back into theaters when we could actually go into theaters. Other than that, I wasn't going to the theaters myself personally. Now, I kind of wish I would have seen this movie on the big screen. I mean, not saying that there was anything in this thing that said, oh man, I wish I could have seen it on the big screen, but it wouldn't have been really cool and funny to actually see this thing. And this is pretty damn good. Now, with $115 million for its box office take, normally I would say there's not going to be a sequel to this movie. But however, here's a description for the show that's coming out in March. Eddie Hallstatt has inherited a large estate from his father, but he learns that the land has become part of Mickey Pearson's weed-growing empire. So now, obviously, this is going to take place roughly around that same time. Now, he's not listed as one of the people in the show, but I wonder if we actually will see Matthew McConaughey make an appearance in this thing. I wonder if we'll see Charlie Hunnam in this thing, you know, because he was his right-hand man and stuff like that. So I wonder if we'll actually see him making a special appearance. I wonder if any of these people will make a special appearance, except for the Henry Golding's character, because, spoilers, he did not make it out of the movie. However, it's kind of interesting that this show is going to be taking place roughly around the same time as when this movie did. So maybe we'll see somebody from the movie actually make an appearance in the show. I'm kind of hoping to kind of really set more of a connection to it. But other than that, this movie was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this movie. Highly recommend if you have not seen it yet. Let's see what I did there. Twice now. So have you watched Guy Ritchie's 2019 The Gentleman? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? You think this movie was any good? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, how geeked are you for the show that's coming in March? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, this was the first time I watched this movie, and I'm so glad I did. You know what I'm saying? So let me think in the comments down below.